Now, here are your latest headlines and updated Kansas City forecast from KSHB 41 News.
I'm Caitlin Canute with KSHB 41 News. Here's a look at your headlines this Monday. 2 Olympians' dreams now shattered after an alternate from Kansas City tested positive for COVID-19. Kara Akers' family tells us she received that positive test yesterday. That means she won't be able to compete in the Olympics. Kansas City's other gymnast alternate, Leanne Wong, also has to quarantine after being in close proximity to Akers, so she too, for right now, is unable to compete. Police have charged one man who they say is connected to a triple homicide in Kansas City. Officers set murder and armed criminal action charges against 38-year-old Rahman Muhammad today. The case began when officers responded to a concerned call this weekend on Woodland Avenue. Officers found 3 bodies inside the house. According to the district attorney's office, blood found on Muhammad's clothing is what helped them link him to the murders. Muhammad remains in jail. The American Academy of Pediatrics released their recommendations for the 2021-2022 school year. Those do include masking for all kids over the age of 2 despite vaccination status. It's also calling for universal masking in schools due to some kids not being eligible for a vaccine. The AAP also calls for schools to return to in-person learning and recommends people who are able to get vaccinated do so. Now here's Gary with the forecast.
Thank you, Caitlin. It's about to heat up as this anticyclone develops over the middle part of the country within the next week or so. There's sinks underneath this thing, and as a result, it will begin to sizzle. So with sinking air, rising temperatures, we could have our first 100 degrees of the year coming up here soon, next week or so. All right, remember to get your news and weather anytime at KSHB.com.